What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. I've got another pretty cool one for you today. It's on another moon. It's from one of the Saturn moons called Rhea. I found one picture. I just happened to download it, just for the heck of it, just to take a quick look at it, and I found some inconsistencies in it. Well, not so much inconsistency, but I did find some anomalies on it I thought were pretty odd, and I just wanted to show you guys. They appear to be or look like cities, or some kind of, I don't even know what you'd call it. This is the reason why I wanted to bring it to you guys and see what you thought. But believe it or not, it's actually covering this little moon. We'll jump over to here. Here it is. But I will show you the link. It's definitely in here. But it says right here, this is the overview. Rhea, pronounced Rhea, and adjective Rhian, is the second largest moon of Saturn, but with a diameter of 1,528 kilometers, or 949 miles. It is less than a third the size of Saturn's largest moon, Titan. Rhea is a small, cold, airless body that is very similar to sister moons Dione and Tethys. As with the other two moons, Rhea is totally locked in phase with its parent. One side always faces towards Saturn, kind of like our own moon. There's always, like, they always call it the dark side of the moon, but what they don't get is that side actually gets it. We just don't see it, because we're on one side of it. But anyway, and then it goes into say Rhea's surface temperatures are also similar to Dione and Tethys, being roughly as warm as negative 281 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 174 degrees Celsius in sunlit areas, and ranging down to negative 364 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 220 degrees Celsius in shaded areas. Also, like Dione and Tethys, Rhea has a high reflective, it's highly reflective, suggesting a composition largely of water ice, which behaves like rock in Rhea's temperature range. So, and of course it goes down and tell you a lot more about it. So I thought that was pretty wild. And they call it Portrait of a Lady, this is a different picture I'm going to get to in a little bit. This is the one I wanted to show you. This one here, I don't have the link to this particular one, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I won't have it, because I'm going to try to find it for you guys. For some reason, I had the link. Somehow I misplaced it, because I usually try to save it into my documents. This way I'll have it for future reference when I go to do the videos. This one is pretty easy to see. I'm using this particular program. It doesn't bring it out like the other one does, but the other picture of Rhea I want to show you with the better software, because it has more stuff just like popping out at you. But anyway, so I just looked at this thing, and I don't know. I was just, I usually try to find shapes. This is what I try to find, shapes. Anything that's round, got some kind of 90-degree angle, any kind of angles, anything of that sort. So, but I'm looking at this thing, and I said, wow, right off the bat, I saw these things were all in here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be grayscaled on you guys, because it is, bright in the background's dark, and sometimes this software acts crazy on me. But if it does do this, don't panic, because when I change the filtering around and everything else, it might make it a little easy for you guys to see. So just watch the video through, and you'll see what I'm talking about, because it does get better, because I do get to the other picture of the moon, of this particular moon. But you can see right here, I mean, look at these things. They're just like 1, 2, going down like this, boom, and then going across, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they're just there. But here's the wild part. It's not the only part of this moon that's got this. This whole moon is full of this. This stuff up here. Now, I thought this was a little odd, because I'm looking right here. It's got this weird thing. It's got this little dot in the middle, and it kind of goes down. I don't know if you guys can see that, and I'm like, what the heck is that? But I hit the brightness so we can dull this out and get rid of some of this. And you can see it now. It's just kind of this weird thing sitting right there. I don't know if you guys see that. And there's some other weird looking thing here. I'm going to blur it up a little bit, and then, well, let's just blur it. This, I don't know if these are down spacecraft, or these are buildings, because there's one here, one here. This one reminded me, I don't know if you guys used to watch the show. I was a big fan of this back then when I was a kid, of Space 1999. This is what I want you to concentrate on. This piece right here, look at this whole thing, this whole body of this, and it has like a line, you can see it, and it looks like it has like this weird pointed nose to it, kind of like this part right here. Forget about the rest of this. This doesn't matter. Right here, it has this weird pointed thing like that there, and it has what looks like a darkened area, like kind of similar to that. Oh, let's go back to this one. My bad. And back to this. Okay. So I'm looking right here. You can see this little line, and you can see what looks like a pointed, you know, piloting area. Call it what you want. But you can see something's on top of it there. 1, 2. And then it comes down like this. So there's one piece here. Another thing here. This, I don't know what this is, but there's something right here, just pile of junk. And there's something right here. Now, is it possible that maybe other countries have sent something up there? You know, maybe they were their first attempt at rovers. I mean, these things look like they have wheels or something to them, these two. Look, there's something right here. Could be like our lunar rover, if you think about it. We had wheels on ours. Couldn't be, it's not far-fetched. Is it possible it's just a miserable attempt to try to get their crafts on here? I don't know. But they look like they're crashed, like there's something there. I mean, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more, but see it? Here's that weird one first. And guys, this is not inverted or anything. This is the picture right here. And you can still see this. See it? That's there. This one's right here, and you can see that weird docky area. Okay? See it? Now, because you do have compression, you know, artifacts in this picture, that's why I blurred up first. But there's another reason why I was doing this video, because in the last couple of days I had people say, why would NASA lie to us? Why would they feel the need? And I just simply ask people, I say, well, let me answer that question with a question. Why do they go out of their way to hide these things? I mean, think about it. There's nothing there, right? You should see crystal clear, premium, I mean, just banging photos of these moons, these planets. You should see absolute pristine pictures. Why is this a bunch of garbage? Why is this just, you know, pixelation, manipulation, you name it. It's been done to this picture. It doesn't make sense. So, and I'm going to show you that in the next picture of this same moon, because some of the craters on there are actually octagon shaped. And it's not the first moon. I mean, they're all over Saturn's moons. They're all over different moons. So it's not a secret. It's not the first time this has happened. But again, like I said, it looks like this weird craft kind of thing coming down. Like the body of it right here. It looks like there's two things, like brown things on the top of it. And you get this other little goofy little thing just sitting right here. Are these crafts? Are these buildings? Are they just simple just artifacts? It's nothing there? I'll leave that up to you guys. To me, they look like down craft. They look like they've crashed on this planet, or this moon, rather. I'm sorry. But you get this one something here. That could be a rock. I don't know what it is. But there's something here. Like I said, it could be another attempt at maybe another civilization trying to send it to the moon. Or one of the other governments try to send it there. Or these are just strictly just UFOs, meaning unidentified flying objects. Not disk, but just we don't know what they are. So they're unidentified. Okay. And then when you get down in here, like I said, you can see these weird, like this one's small, then it comes down, goes across, then across. Nice. I mean, like you can just see that plain as day. See that? And then you can see all these other weird things, like running across here, and there's like little marks right next to them. Everywhere you look, there's something there. It doesn't end there. This is what's crazy. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. Here's your picture. This is how big it is right there. And just by doing that, always pay attention to the lighted areas because there's always something hidden in there. No doubt, 100%. In my experience, that's what I've always found. So, okay. Let me invert it. And again, you can see this. Look at this. Comes up, goes around, and got this circular area, goes straight across, goes down to here, and then you get all of these assortments of little structures, whatever. And you can actually see that the actual area's been cut out. Let me see. Get rid of some saturation. Okay. Now, the reason why I did this is because you can see there's plenty of it in here. Look at this. There's something right up here, and I forgot what the heck this thing is. Let me see if I can find this. Look at this weird, like, square thing right here. You guys can see that. Let me move in a little bit more here. See it right there? This weird, would be diamond shaped the way we're looking at it, but it's actually square. Look at this one here. It's like a perfect, you know, crater itself. And it's got some weird lines running off of it. Okay. Let me back out a little bit. And you can see these 90-degree angles. Look at this thing right here. Look at this. There's something right here. And, of course, you won't see it like this. And that's the reason why. But you can still see there's something right here. And it's actually sticking up. It's a building of some sort. It comes down. Something coming over here. There's something right along here. Like it's a road. It comes all the way down here. See it? Right there. There's the base of it. And there's a line of something right here that connects into this one. comes all the way down, and it goes into all of this area here, where all of these are. And let me see here. Okay, let me put a little, get rid of some of these compression lines a little bit. But you can see these things are all over this thing. And it's, look at it, blurry, 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 blurry. Let me back out. And you can just see these things all over the place. It's not just here. It's all up at the top. There's different things. There's, like I said, there's these weird anomalies, whatever these are. And like I said, they just, look at, here's that crater, but it's like not completely closed. See it now? It's actually got a space right here. And just look anywhere in between here. They're hard to see, but there's a bunch of lines, straight lines, 90-degree angles. Look at this here. Comes down straight. Got something coming off of it. Are these roads? Are they just simple, you know, picture artifacts? And here's the thing too. It goes way down in here. It doesn't stop. I mean, it just keeps going. I mean, look at this. It's all over this thing. I mean, it's, and like I said, they've done their best to try to block this out, guys. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, everywhere you look, there's something. Here's another weird thing too, and you can see this just by the picture. Now, again, I apologize if this is getting like super, what do you call it? You know, grayscaled or really pixelated. I'm going to show you this in a second. Look at this round circle with something in the middle. Round circle with something in the middle. Comes down to this round circle. This one does the same. Now watch. Invert it. It does the same thing. It's no different. Look. Round, round. So you know these things are in the pictures. They're there. And look at this. It's all been blurred right here. See it? All been blurred out. This is the reason why it makes it hard for you to see this stuff. But it's there. I promise you, it's there. Look at this. Round, dot in the middle. Round, dot in the middle. Just comes down, comes straight down. And then it comes to this, whatever this is. You can see what it is. It's pretty large. So this stuff is there. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Look at this back up here. Look at this weird square right here. See it? All like it looks like it's in this crater. Let me see if we can find this here again. See it? It's actually something right in the middle of that crater. Watch this. See it? Looks like the Pentagon or something up on the top of this thing with a dome type feature. Look at something connects to it right here. Comes back out of that. But this stuff up there, guys, I guarantee it. This stuff is still there. These other little artifacts. Let's see if I can't zoom in. A little too much, but you can see this. Here's the crater. And there's something in there. There's something going off right there. Here's those weird things right here. Here's that, what looked like that craft or whatever it was. Yeah, it's still there. And then here's that crater. But look at it. Almost like an octagon shape crater. And you can see there's something right there. And there's something right there. It's just like right here. You can see whatever's running off at 1, 2, 3. Looks like four fingers laying off this thing. Watch this. And it's still the same way. Boom, boom, boom. And it's got that shape and something in the top. So it's in the picture. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely in the picture. And it's just, that one there was kind of weird. Like I said, I don't have the link to this. I'm going to try to find it. But if you guys want to disregard this one, I'm okay with that. You know, because most people are like, well, if you don't have the link, then it's garbage. And, you know, if you want to believe that, that's fine. And that's what made me lead to try to find this other pictures. Like I said, they call this is the other picture I want to show you guys. And you can see here the image was taken on 10 March 2013, so beginning of the year, and received on same date, you know, by NASA's Cassini spacecraft. The camera was pointing towards Rhea at approximately 280,317 kilometers, or 174,181 miles away. And the image was taken using the CL1 and CL2 filters. This image has not been validated or calibrated. And of course, the credit goes out to NASA, JPL, Space Science Institute. But this one's a wild one too. And the reason why I say this is because you don't see too much here, but this has been manipulated too. And this is, I'm really, because I want to really show you guys this thing. This is wild. All right. For all the guys that disbelieve that NASA could not lie, JPL, any of these guys couldn't lie, look at these particular, see the way these craters are? They're like octagon shaped. Okay. You're going to have video compression. You're going to have all these little squares and stuff like that. But why the blur in the center of it? There's actually something standing up there and it's got a shadow. I'm going to show you that too. That's not the only one that does that. And believe me, that's not the only anomaly on this either. But what you're going to find is, this is what I looked at. I'm looking at this right here and I'm going, I saw that and I said, well, that's pretty wild. Okay. And then I'm looking up here and I'm saying, why does that look like a cluster? Like a total mess up here. See it? You look over here and it looks okay. Not bad, but all along this, you're going to find some wild stuff. Look at this thing standing up right here. Now, I don't know if this is just this is like shaded and that's just laying down, and that's not really a tower per se. So it could go either way, depending on your perception, or how depth perception you look at it. But there is actually something standing up over here. There's something here. It's in the actual shadows. And it's something that runs all along this. And it's actually something that runs all along in here. But this is what I found. I'm going to show you right there. See right there, you can understand the compression marks, but why the blur to boot? See it? All in the center of that. Like I said, compression. All these squares, you can see them right here. And then you get this blurred out area. I don't know. Let me see. Wrong one. My bad. Whoop, there we go again. Okay. Anyway, so let me back out of this one. Okay. And we'll go right here. So, I'm going to zoom in. And this is what I wanted to show you about that crater first off. Here's our crater. Now, of course, I got to zoom in quite a bit. This is 300%, so you can understand. But even then, you can see these compression marks. You can see it all over there, and that makes sense. These are just artifacts of the picture. But by blurring it out, you should get rid of that. You shouldn't see that. It should pretty much take that out, unless it's been manipulated. So, okay. Now you don't really see those lines. It looks pretty clear. All right. I'll go in even more. But this is what I'm talking about. Look at the way this is. You can actually see it's just pixelated, but then it's blur right in the center of it. See it? It's actually blur right here. Another octagon-shaped, well, kind of distorted looking crater. And then you've got one right here. It looks like it's been all pixelated out or just totally destroyed. But you can see it right there. Okay. Let me back out a little bit because it is really blurry. But you can see it right all in here. Right? You can actually see the outline of the blur right here. It's all in the center of this, but you can see that standing up and you're going to see a shadow. Okay, but like I said, there's another one just like that. All right. Here's the base image, and I saw this right here. Here's where your compression marks. But why does this look so much different than this? I don't understand. Here. All along here, there's all these different things. Look at this. And of course, you can't see this. This is the reason why I tell people use blurring on here. Because then you go, okay, let me try to clear this up and you use sharpening. What happens? If this is already distorted, you're just going to distort it more. It's not going to help at all. That's why people are going, well, how are you seeing these things? I'm not seeing it. Because I'm taking the compression lines out of it first, and then I'm clearing it up. Or at least trying to clean it up. Look at this. All the way down here. Look at this. Come on, guys. You can't believe that, I mean, you can't possibly believe that, oh, gee, you know, NASA, these guys would never lie to us. No. Come on. Like I said, this is just your typical picture. Now, if you zoomed in, this is what you'd see. You'd say, okay, there's nothing there. Unless you blur it. And even then, before you even blur it, watch this. Line, something right there, goes across. There's something sticking up over here. Now, you can't make it out, and it's understandable. But I can see lines. Look at this. Something you don't see here in a natural environment. Okay? Well, somewhat natural, because this is a bunch of blur in here, too. But once I do this, yeah, it's as a whole, the picture's blurred up. But look, now you can actually see some more defined areas. Something coming out, going over to here. Something going over this way, something going over this way. Look at this. Something coming up, coming up. There's something there. I don't know what this thing is, but it's not normal. Look at all of this. Why isn't that all the way down here? Now I'm going to sharpen it just a hair bit so you can get a better idea. Look at this. This is not natural. And for the people that keep saying, well, you know, like I said, they're doubting the fact that, you know, they don't think that NASA or any of these space agencies would lie to us. But it's like, guys, you got to do your own homework on this. You know, I got some people just going, oh, I don't know what you're smoking, but I want some of that. It's like, okay, I hope that you believe your own eyes. And if you do, then you should look this stuff up, because, to be honest with you, you don't really have the right to say, well, it's crap, unless you've actually checked this stuff out yourself. It just means that you just disregarded what I said in the video, And anybody who's a subscriber to me and has been watching my videos knows that I say it looks like this, and it could be. I never say anything with definition, absolutes. So, but I can tell you this, just a simple question you ask yourself: is it naturally made, or naturally occurring, or is it intelligently made? That's it. I think people are getting so desensitized to these pictures now, whether it be the moon, our own moon, Mars, you name it, any of these bodies or planets in our solar system, the people are desensitized. They're not thinking about the basic question. Is it naturally made, naturally occurring, or is it intelligently made? Simple. You don't have to agree with what I say it is in the pictures, or what anybody else in their videos say. Just ask yourself that simple question. That's all I ask. That's keeping an open mind, and that's how I respect you guys more. Just to keep an open mind. Whether you're a subscriber or not. But that's what you see when you zoom in, and it can be cleaned up. Why the straight lines? Look at this here. This actually looks like there's some kind of big ball kind of tower thing. Then it comes down, and it's surrounded by some kind of weird wall type thing, and it looks like it's overhanging this crater. See it? Okay, and it goes over to here, over here. It looks like there's something goes like this here. Like it comes down here, goes across, and then it goes across. Is it some kind of craft? It is a building. I want to say it's some kind of city, only because it continues on. It doesn't stop there. I'm going to back out just a hair bit. See that now? That doesn't look anything like down here. And his lines, 90-degree angles, there's just, everywhere you look in this picture, there's something that doesn't make sense. Look at this. Goes across, way down. Well, look at this. All the way across onto the other side, and we can't see that. There's something right here. Okay? Contrast it up a little bit. Now look, see? Boom. Goes across, goes out to here. Everything on here, look at like branches out from it. See it? And it's perfect. Almost like, look at, out, out, down, down. Comes across. Look at the way these angles are. Come on. This isn't naturally made. At least to my own personal opinion, I don't believe that it is. There's something right in here. Look at this. Are the other roads, structures? What are they? I don't know. It's hard to tell. This thing's less than, it's 50 miles less than 1,000 miles, this moon. Okay. Check this out. Let me go back to here. This is what I meant by the other crater having the same thing sticking up right here. It's got something sticking up right there. See it? And there's your shadow. Just like the one that's over here. This octagon-shaped right here. And of course I do have it brightened up a bit, but there it is right there, and it's good, and it's consistent. There's a shadow. Well, this one's the same way. And although this is way the heck over here, you can still see it. It's pretty consistent. Okay. Look at all of this stuff down here. What is this stuff? Look at this. It's like there's another one opposite side of that one. Okay. Even when you invert it, you see all these little lines, straight lines. Look at this. That's in the picture. That has not been taken out or added. It's right there. So this is actually in the picture. And I don't know about you, but it's pretty tall. You can see the terrain here, like the actual lunar surface, and it's just like tall. I don't know what this is, but look at it. Now, what I can do, well, let me do this first. Okay. Let me see if we can just flip this around a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Alright, there it is right there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that just looks funky. That just looks crazy. Okay. See it right there? It's just got these... Now, it doesn't look much of anything, but I did invert it. So, yeah. But you can see like these weird lines and just running straight out. There's something right there. It doesn't look like the rest of the terrain. That's why I just thought that was a little odd, you know what I mean? But let me put that back. Okay. Go back to here. Now, this is what I want you guys to see, too, because, like I said, this looks like it's sticking up. Okay? But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is all the stuff that's near it. Look at all these weird shapes. They're just like, this actually comes down, goes across down to here. And there's something there, like this, like a frame type thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if you can be able to see it. No. Okay, even when you blur it, you can see like there's some weird little frame things. There's something on this. Okay, I can brighten it up a little bit. See it right here? I don't know if this is actually laying down because this is, you know, a shadow cut kind of thing. It's just showing like something that's raised, maybe another ridge, or is it actually sticking out of the terrain itself? I don't know. But look at this right here. Some kind of weird, I don't know if it's a dome thing or something, but look at this. Comes down. Okay. All these little, just so you look, they're very fine marks, little 90-degree angles, just different shapes. Look at this. It's not here. How come you don't see it here? And it's just kind of coincidental how it's right on the edge where the dock is, where, yeah, it makes it a little harder to see. Yeah, well, check this out. This round area here has something in the center of it, and watch this. It comes out, continues on, and goes all the way down, and then it has like something that branches off. But look at these. This actually branches right off of it. Goes into this area with something with a dome, and it comes out, goes all over to here, into this part of this, whatever this is. And then it comes down to here, whatever this building, structure, anomaly. Even inverting it, it's still there. No matter how you slice it and dice it, it's still there. Look at it. Something in the middle comes off of this. Goes into here, comes into this other, whatever this is. This one branches off, comes off of it too. It's too uniformed. It's too intelligently made to be just something that's just strictly a, you know, it's part of the terrain or the lunar surface. It doesn't make sense to me. Even when I go back to this top here, okay, look at all these lines here and just the shapes. I'm going to say, personally, that this is a city of some kind of civilization. Look at this. Round. Things branching off of it. See it? Look at that. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is a moon. This is not a regular planet. This is a moon. That's about 1,000 miles across, or, you know, there's something in there. Look at this. And this crater. There's something right there. Look at the way these things go out. Like it's like right here. See it? Let's see if I'm going to check something. Okay. Now, let's go back to regular. You can still see this right here. And you can still see this right here going off to it. See it? And coming down, going across. You can still see all of this. This is the regular picture. The only difference is it'd be a little bit more compression marks. Blur it up. Do a little shopping. And you can see these things. Look. I'm not doing anything you guys can't do. This is nothing special. Look at it. Like I said, I couldn't tell you exactly what these things are, but it appears to be some kind of large cities or something on here. Look at this. There's something there, and then there's 1, 2, 3 right in a row. All these lines, are they streets? Are they roads? I mean, it's there. What is it? There's that tower thing I told you about. Watch this. See how it's right here, and it looks like it's got this dot at the top, but it's shiny right here, like it's metallic. And then it comes down, and then it's got this weird thing underneath it, and it looks like it's overhanging this crater. Now, when I invert, you can barely see it, but it's a ball there, and there's that shiny part. Now it's dark, and that black dot is now white right above it, and here's it comes down. It's got this right here. It's in the picture. Okay. Like I said, all of these here, and this is not much different, guys. If you really get into this picture, you can see like fine lines in here, circles going across. It's just like things that, look at this. It doesn't look like something would be, you know, made by nature. Let's just put it that way. Look at it. You can still see these, and this is the regular picture. I'm just going to use the blur because we want to get rid of the compression lines, but look at this. Now, are some of these just normal terrain? Heck, I'll go 50-50 with that. But you can see things that just not, I mean, just shapes and stuff like that. I get these would be regular craters, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, pot marks and everything else all over this thing, yeah. But when you come up to this here, yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm not thinking for a minute that's naturally made. And you can see this thing just sprawls out of this whole area right here. So between the other picture I just showed you guys, this here, it's safe to say something's on this moon. I don't know what it is. Like I said, here's another thing right here, another structure right here, something coming down from it. There's some kind of weird, intelligently made shapes here. If I just keep that blurred, let's do it a little brightening up here. come down. Some kind of weird thing right here, round thing with a, looks like a dome on it. Look, I mean, it just has these weird shapes to it. It doesn't, and like I said, this piece here, I wouldn't care if this would look like a crack or some kind of old, you know, waterway at one point. I don't know why there'd be water on this moon, but hey, stranger things have happened. But when I started seeing things branching off from it, it just kind of had me scratching my head going, well, that doesn't make sense. Look at this right here in the background, 90-degree angle. So, I mean, it's just some crazy stuff on here, guys. And like I said, this way in the bottom here, tilt your head to the left. I mean, look at this thing. And this is the base image, guys. This is it right here. And like I said, I can rotate this thing now. And I'll probably just do that instead. Watch this. Let me clean it up a little bit. Now let's rotate this thing now. Let's flip it around. Okay. I mean, what is that? Look at the shapes and everything that's in it. There's like one there and one on the top. You know, it's almost like, hey, you watch the North Pole and I'll watch the South. I don't know. But it's there. Rest assured, it's there. I mean, there's just too many straight lines, and it just happens to be sticking totally out of the norm. Look at the difference between terrain. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's crazy. There just happens to be one. Let me back out of this. There's one here and there's one here. Think about that a minute. Is that wild or what? It just happens to be one on each end. Is this the North and South Pole? Wow. You know what I mean? You just can't help but just go, what? What is going on here? And if it's only 1,000 miles apart, which sounds a lot, but, you know, you'd be surprised. And this is all city in between. Who the heck knows? It says it's 1,000 miles apart, but we don't know. I mean, these are huge probably, whatever these things are. And it's just like multiple tiny, tiny streets you can't see. But it's just weird how it just happened to be something there and then something totally different on end, but it looks manufactured like this does. So anyway, give me, you know, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I'd be curious just to see what you guys come up with. I found it really wild between the two pictures. Like I said, I do have the link to this, and I will have the link for the NASA description on in the overview of Rhea. So you'll be able to see that, and as well as this one here. I'm going to try to find the other link because I really like to have links on my pictures. If I don't find it and you want to disregard the other picture, I'm okay with that. You know, because I'd rather have the link too. And if it's not there, then I just go, yeah, well, I don't trust it. But I've got the links to NASA and I don't trust them. So, you know, you know how that goes. But anyway, hey guys, you know, I appreciate you guys watching. It's always, you know, I appreciate you guys doing that. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. And you can just browse my videos and see what you find. Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy things in some of these pictures, whether it be the planets or the moons, you know, our own moon, whatever. I've got a little flavor of everything on here, and basically, if you haven't watched my videos before, I have things that are hidden. I look for things that are hidden, not so much in the, you know, right in your face kind of thing. I do have videos that show that too, but stuff that's also hidden or really hard to see. So if you're into that kind of thing, subscribe. You'll definitely be happy about it. You know, because I go out of my way because I love doing this stuff. So, you know, I bring it for you guys. I do this for you guys. Because if I didn't see anything in these pictures that were hidden or wasn't hidden or some kind of manipulation, I wouldn't even bother doing these videos. So, with that, like I said, I want to let you guys go. Subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciated. And I've got some other wild ones coming up for you guys pretty soon, too. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. As usual, the links will be in the description. And that's it. Thanks for watching as always. I appreciate it. And I will see you next pick.